Space Engineers. This is Captain Rick Havoc with the Terran Republic Navy, and I hope you are all having a wonderful day. I am coming to you today to give you a review and overview of the ship that I have been featuring in my last few videos for my missile tests. So I thought I'd give you all a good look at it and show you what it can do. We have here the TRSS Nevada BB-36 with the same name and hull number as what really has to be the the toughest battleship that ever sailed the seas of Earth, because the USS Nevada survived 2 thermonuclear explosions in close proximity and stayed afloat, and ended up having to be towed out to deep water and sunk with guns, with lots of gunfire before we finally sink. And it's just the toughest battleship that ever sailed. And this ship is pretty tough also, which is why I gave it this name and hull number. This ship started as an unfinished blueprint in the workshop by Matt the Spaceman. And as you can see, I finished it. And it's heavily modded. Got modded weapons, modded thrusters, missile bays that fire modded nuclear and thermonuclear missiles. And let's see, it has frame shift drive instead of standard jump drive. And it has the stealth drive as well, which is not really a drive, but is actually a cloaking device. And somebody's information is wrong, because the antennas on this enemy station that spawn drones supposedly have a range of 3,000 meters, 3 kilometers, and we are almost 15 kilometers away, and it keeps sending drones. I set this up as a test to show you what this ship can do, and it's doing it right now. So let's go on and take a look around the front, where we have our axial mounted weapons. What we have are 6 missile launchers, Aryx missile launchers that launch Saber missiles, and we have 6 beam cannons And right here, up here in the top middle, we have the nuclear missile launcher that launches the dumbfire nuclear missiles that just travel straight forward till they either hit or miss what you are shooting them at. If they hit, they detonate. If they miss, they keep going until they eventually detonate somewhere out far away from what you wanted them to detonate next to. So, the hangar bay in the middle here is one of the few features I have retained in hopes that the grid AI update, whenever it comes, will enable me to put a couple of parasite ships in here that can actually be useful in a fight, that won't require remote piloting to be useful. And I got a good array of weapons on this ship, besides the 300 millimeter main guns. We have Aryx Atlas point defense cannons, as well as the Keen vanilla Gatling guns. We have missile launchers, the Keen missile launchers, and also from the better cannons and turrets mod, we have, besides the 300 millimeter main guns, we have the 40 millimeter Bofors anti-fighter and drone guns, and they're just a freaking bomb. So, I guess it's time to take you on the inside, show you the inside of the ship. As you can see, I set myself up a little landing runway here. And I have armored airlocks on all my entry points. And of course we have the interior turret aimed to fire at any intruders that try to get into the ship. Let's see. I guess I'll show you the control station that's primarily for show first. And that's up here. And only thing up here is the secondary control seat, an air vent, and a gravity generator. There is absolutely nothing essential to the fighting capabilities of this ship in this area, because I am a student of Luca the Guide, who has made more than one video warning of the danger of having a exposed control station with nothing to protect the pilot from the artillery and railgun rounds when they come flying through. And so down here is where we have the battle bridge. probably most essential program blocks and such down here. Control C here for a minute. And we got another gunboat coming at us. We'll see it though. See how quick the Bofors can take this thing out. There go the Bofors. Control seat. Let me show you the various controls, toolbars. We have here is all our docking controls. Have our connectors mounted on pistons. So it makes it very easy to dock. And we have cameras so that when we extend or retract our connectors, we can see what we want to connect to. That's enough of that. We'll just bring that back in. And this is my weapons controls, and I got my battery on here. My build and repair toggle and battery toggle on here as well. And this is toolbar for firing the nuclear missile launcher and the other axial weapons, and for building my missiles. And as you can see, we've got missiles already built in the missile bays, ready to launch. Mjolnir Mark III nuclear weapons and decoys are what we have loaded up. Okay, so that's, and the well, I hadn't shown you all toolbars yet. So this is the toolbar for launching the big nukes. We open and close our missile bays and launch, and we have our control for the shields here as well. Let's see, 5 is our thruster controls, our individual projector control, so I can project and build just one missile if I don't want to do 4, or just 2 missiles or whatever. Makes the whole system very, very configurable and scalable, and I can choose what size nuclear weapon I want to use depending on the size of the target. And let's see, and there's one more. Oh, we got to get another thing on here, which is, let's see. There. Make sure. Ah, the main guns are off, so that won't work. Alright. So let's just get on with the tour here. This is the bed. This is the well protected battle control station. I've got heavy armor all around, and plus program, got plenty of protection here. The railgun rounds, especially are going to have a hard time getting through to me. But since I don't intend to use this ship for PvP, I may never have to worry about railgun rounds, because it seems as though the only pilots who can actually fire railguns at my ship are other human pilots. AI pilots can't seem to use railguns at all. So let's see. Down here we have this is our the way down to the hangar deck. And this is got a bunch of batteries in here, got our beacon in here, and like I said, if the Grid AI can give me a couple of good parasite ships, I'll keep those in here as well. And I've got the timer block and the programming block for the displays you'll be seeing shortly through there, or that's what that is. And here is the forward engineering bay. Sorry. More batteries, more programming blocks. I've got several of my programming blocks in this area. Our large cargo containers for, I've got materials and components in my containers. I've got my magazines scattered through several small. Here's why we have no gravity. We got the gravity generator is off. Okay, now we have gravity. But as you can see, it's packed in here pretty tight. I wanted you to see all this. And this massively huge installation that my crosshairs are pointing at right now is the stealth drive, or one corner of the stealth drive. Or really should call it what it is, cloaking device. It's a cloaking device. It doesn't provide any propulsion. It simply hides the ship for a limited amount of time. And so we'll just go climb up this ladder, and up here is the crew quarters. There's no actual crew, but I set up crew quarters anyway. We've got pretty much everything we need. We've got beds and arms lockers, armory, and this is our other two entry points to the ship are here. There, over here, and up here we have another bed. We have our little snack, beverage and snack area here. Dispenser, and we got our restroom facilities back here, the shower, washroom, and the toilet, and the bathroom. So we've got all the necessary comforts for a crew. How many other people take you on a tour of a ship with a station that's spawning drones in the back? And here is the great room. The displays that anything I need to know about the operation of this ship is being displayed on these LCDs. And over here we have my quarters. Got my bed, my toilet, my shower. I decided not to waste any PCU on doors for my quarters. And here we have the medical area with the all-important medical room for recharging in survival mode, and the other medical stuff. And this is the crew mess. We have our dispenser here, and fridge, and cabinet, and stove, and tables you can actually sit at. So many of these decorative tables are just, you cannot sit in the chairs. I can sit at my mess table, and if I have any crew to join me, they can also sit here, and we can have our meal together. And over here we have, next to the kitchen, we have our controls for the floor plan display, which is right here. I'm not going to show you any of that, but I've got that. Oh. I'll take care of it. So that's the ship. That's the inside of the ship. Back in the I don't know what I'm going to call this. The transition hub, I guess, for lack of a better word, better terms. And so that's the tour of the ship. We'll be back shortly with a test of its capabilities. Thank you for watching, and please, I want to remind you, if you are enjoying this content and want to see more of it, please remember to hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons. Thank you, and have a good day.